explain, and this theory. This theory is the idea that we can collect the positive, the perspective, or by changing our explanatory style. The how we can explain the why event happened. So we have something happen, it's my lifespan, so we have to figure out and then we have to explain or we have to solve some situation or issue, right? So the perspective style, we have three style here. The perspective style, number one, the being bad event, permanent is never changing. The published is my whole life is a learning, and personal is all my fault. So if something happens, it's always might happen. It's my problem, my mistake, or my failure. So I'm ugly, I'm upset. This is a settlement or something better situation. So the perspective style is never changing. It's my luck is never. I'm unhappy. Optimistic style, the being, the setback is temporary. This is just a raw today. The specific, I mess up this on task, but I'm good at my job. And external, the circumstances are typical. So the perspective style is a negative, and optimistic style is more positive. Okay, I have some done is my result of some work. It's not 100% successful, but sometimes you have a strong point and then you have some different. So okay, this time little I have the mistake and the minus some the score, but I have a more good score. So last time I want to change it. So I want more improve. It's my skill or my issue, my job situation is much better. So perspective style. Then every time I'm same thing. So I don't want to try anything and never change it. The same all the time, the same leader. But the ultimate style more improve and more satisfaction and your job, situation or some of your life span. Okay? The thing about learn optimism as an anti-your the training program is not about ignoring reality or airing snow or colored glass. It's about the systematic speed is how you are processing the why behind your setback. So only know rainbow. Okay. Today I'm the school time, but tomorrow I'm okay. No, it's not ignoring the reality. Or wearing nose and color glass. So glass we have usually the clear, right? But we have the color, no sunglass. The sunglass we can see the side, right? But the color and glass is about the systematic shift, how your process, the why behind your setback. Now this theory that developed by the Martin Seligman, the father of our positive psychology. So I studied the positive psychology or imaging therapy. The core ideas is that you are born in a peaceful level of hope. So hope, so be willing, and you have a goal. It's a project. We have some potential. The plan is like a muscle or optimism can be the built. So we are explain event to ourselves. So you are event born is a fixed level of hope. It's like a muscle. So muscle, we're not using muscle, it's a weakness, right? If you want to strong the muscle, you have to more movement every time you're stretching, you're using the muscle. So this is a hope. And hope and the positive psychology, we have to be set up. It's a brain. The negative thought, you have to change it, the positive thought, and you have to more try activity and pace and relationship. So we have to more improve or retrain. Okay. So we have more intelligence, or we have positive the result, and then we have potential of goal in the lifespan. Okay. So to express your explanatory style, when the something's go wrong, when you have something, the mistake or wrong, the other choice or option, your brain automatically differs to an explanatory style. The automatically differs to a explanatory style. The putting input, the put out is a learn automation involve concisely the shifting the three dimension, the three dimension here, possibility style, right? And the alternate style here. The dimension permanence, the perception or personal region, we see with the compare. This dimension, possibility style, the thinkable, this will always be this way. And my whole life is a mess because of this. So, possibility is my whole life is a mess because of this. So, active or passive, right? So, everything's problem from you. So maybe I'm bad score, I'm lazy, I'm the lose job, I lost money, I lose my health, everything from somebody or something. So it's my whole life is messed because of this. The personalization, I failed because I'm a loser. So negative person, right? So last time we launched the positive or negative and anxiety or depression, right? The same thing. Usually, this kind of people have the depression and also isolation in this place, no pace up, right? Optimism style, the speedy bound. This is temporary. It's just for now. Now I have the screen time, but maybe it's much better than yesterday because I'm working hard, and then tomorrow we have more the good result, right? It's much better improve my life and then replan my life. This is a specific problem. Other areas fine. We are part. I have something wrong. It's my life. That's my life. But I lose money. But I have a health is good. It's my mental health good. The physical movement is I'm okay, right? So something part, but it's not part of the whole cover. So device, that this kind of force was on failure or something the bad situation, but it's my whole life only the little part, piece of cake, right? So this is the specific problem. Other areas are fine. The first reason, I failed because of our external factor or the principal error. So I failed because external factor or the principal error. I figure out what the problem, this issue. So I know answer, right? We have question and then we have answer, right? So this result is a screen time, I have screen time, but this issue is something wrong. But I know that where this wrong from the some issue or nude. So I can fix, and then tomorrow I can more the improve my lifespan or some the verticalism or some the supplement my depression, right? So we have the two kind, the perspective style and then automated style. So perspective style is negative, and automated style is more positive. So this style is from the positive psychology, the theory that come here. So you can try to find the research and positive psychology and the imaging therapy. The imaging therapy usually we focus the psychology, the positive. Okay, so here, the list. The ABCD is the framework for changing. What is the ABCD? The university and then belief, consequence, work, inspiration. The rules from the perspective that differs to the opinion on the element the suggest within this connected loop. Whenever you encounter a setback, so whenever you encounter the setback, one, university, this is the lecturer event. For example, you didn't get a promotion. The B is belief. Your automatic thought, example, I'm not good enough and I never will be. C, consequence, how your peers act based on that belief. The example, you feel distressed and stop trying their work. So you already, the consequence mean it's my peers based on that belief, right? So example, you feel depressed and stop trying to work. The give up. The example, give up. The I don't want to try, I want more challenging. What if yes? Instead of the stop, the delay, the past time. So because why? I'm depression. So I don't have the belief. It's my project. So it's not successful result. So maybe mess up or something I'm destroyed or something failure. So I don't want to try. I'm just give up. I'm just stop. Right? The D, desperation. Desperation. This is the most critical step. You argue it yourself. Yeah, you argue yourself. So the conversation and you, right? There are no other people. Why? The look for evidence that your belief is wrong. So example, wait. I've had a to rate the performance, the review. There may be other candidate that just had a specific skill I can learn. So they compare, I feel compare. Oh, he's much better than me. He good job. We all the time the successful the result, but is the score the bad or the results all the time the test or some the low score, right? So you have to put ABC, we have to change it, right? So the ABC and the belief, the consequence or desperation, we have to change it. More E, energization, the boost your energy and hope you feel on you have successfully challenge it and the negative belief. So you have energy. So energy means you have to include is nutrition and physically or power and the metabolism and spiritual power, mental is more positive. So energy, maybe you negative or your malnutrition and unhappy or your depression, maybe your energy is erosion, right? Yeah, no energy, right? So the boost in energy and hope you feel once you have successfully the challenge is the negative belief. So how can I do? We have a solution, the goal. Actually, should not just happy thoughts. If you are failed because you didn't study and the opening store doesn't say, I am generous anyway. They say, I failed because I didn't study. The specific word temporary. So if I change my habit, so I can pass less time. Optimistic, right? Optimistic, more positive. So this means I have experience. Last week I'm very screen time, very busy. I have no spare time. Why I was started a new job and the counseling or the selling and the nutrition competition on some place. So, but I'm Korean, right? But I'm speaking English. But I had to more learn the Spanish. Why? It potentially is market, so I have to study. So every day I think about how can I do? Oh my God, I'm Korean, so how can I do? The Spanish is very difficult. But it's my thought, change the narrative and change the positive. Okay, today I'm start the United States. I want to study more, focus the Latino market. So I had to study the and Spanish. So I buy book. So I'm the step by step. So all kind of some the issue, the sacrament or evidence, you can change it. So if I change a habit, I can pass less time. So some people have a driver license, the exam or test or some kind of license, any kind of license, maybe you can pay. But here, the audience doesn't say, I'm a genius anyway. They say, I paid because I didn't study. The specific or temporary. So if I change my habit, I can pass less time. Ultimately, right? So you have to more improve, you have to challenging, and then also you have to achievement is my goal. Okay? So step. Now, why is work? So we have a study and we have a solution and how can I apply? Now, why is work? Why this system works like system? The basic things, your explanatory style.
I just saw your message.
Okay, I sent a message. Your essentialist only learns the helpful lessons. The research show that people who practice learn optimism. Who practice learn optimism, they have three parts. Have a lower rate over depression and anxiety. Have a lower rate over depression and anxiety. So we have to level check. The perform better under pressure, especially for sports or say. The perform better under pressure. That especially for sports and say. Have a stronger immune system and better the physical health. So immune system is very important here. So we have brain here, and then we have a second brain, it's called health. So God health is very important. Why? The serotonin hormone, we have 80% reproduction here. So maybe your God has sickness or no condition, maybe your brain, your thought, the choice, your decision is not clear. So very, very important is our immune system. So immune system, they support all organ, is the whole the body, the spiritual, the mental, and the physical, and the nutrition. So we have the better physical health. It's a three part very important here. Second, identifying the cognitive dissolution. The cognitive, what is cognitive here? The cognitive dissolution, irrational thought, pattern, then confidence over something that is not true. They add is a filter and darken our realities and common ons include. So filter, they darken our reality. So we see everything here. Now we have the 1050. So we can see now. I'm teaching the board here, and you can see the textbook and then you translate your cell phone, right? So we have to more the pattern and it's a reality, but we have to more memory or you have to summarize or something highlight while you have to filtering. So you can learn everything to 2 hours, but you can memory, right? So I give the point or the summarize. So we can only pick up the filtering, right? So they add filter that's darken our realities. The common aren't included here. The distortion or nothing. The definition, the example. The definition, the seeing things in the black and white. Here, the black and the white, right? The magic black, the bold white, the definition. The example, if I'm not perfect, I'm a total failure. So I'm not perfect, I'm totally the failure. So you know that I'm a handsome boy, right? I'm handsome, yes, no. I'm handsome. I'm or totally the happy, the win. But some I'm the ugly. I'm a totally is failure. So this is if I'm not perfect, but I'm totally failure. So we see here the perspiration, right? Yeah, perspiration. My whole life is a mess. That because of this, or this way always be this way. I'm paid because I'm a loser. So this one here, right? Yeah, the distortion. Identity connected distortion, all or nothing, right? The definition, the seeing things in the black and the white. So no gray. You don't have no gray, only black and the white. And the example, if I'm not perfect, I'm totally my failure. So with more compare. And cultural breeding, expecting the worst case scenario, and emotional reasoning, assuming your feelings are happy, the mind readings, assuming you know what other things. So either you are the peer, maybe I'm doing something, maybe somebody show me how they think of me. So assuming you know what other things. And example, I made couple, I'm definitely getting fired. Emotional reasoning, I feel like or idol, so I must be on. The mind readings, the she didn't wait, the she must be mad at me. So you have to figure out here the identity in the cognitive distortion. The cognitive distortion, this definition, the Aaron Biggs first Aaron, the psychologist, she first the purpose or research that from the evidence. The doubt is behind the cognitive distortion and the daily one. Well, you have 4 people, right? Aaron Bex and David Burns were responsible for populating. Is the common name and example for the distortion. The filtering. We take the negative detail and negative them, so while the filtering out all positive aspects of a situation. For instance, a person may pick out the single unpleasant detail and then draw on is essentially that's their vision of reality that becomes a darkness or disorder. Darkness or disorder. So a person maybe pick out the single unpleasant detail and draw on exactly so that their vision of reality become the darkness or the disorder. The polarized thinking. The polarized thinkings mean things are either black or white. So black to white. So we have to more to prepare or failures. There is no middle ground. So black, white, they mix. It's gray, right? So, but here, this story, there is no middle ground. Black, black, white, white, no gray, the middle. You understand? So maybe you buy shopping, you buy some hat. So your market. So you like white, but I like black. So some have the little of color is gray, but anybody no gray. You understand? So your green color, your white color. So we don't have no gray, only the black, the white. You place people or situation in either or typology, either no shade of gray, allowing for complete or most people and the situation. If your performance fails sort of perfect, you see yourself or total failure. So you don't have the middle ground. So no mixed color, no mixed decision. A and B. So black and white. So if your performance fails short of perfect, you see yourself or totally failed. So the little thing is the piece of cake, this issue, but your things is totally is my mess. So totally my failures. Okay? The important thing, the overgeneration, we count general contribution based on the single incident or piece of evidence. If something bad happens once, you expect it to happen over and over again. So repeat, right? So you expect it to happen over and over again. But usually, it's my lifespan unexpected situation, right? So, but here, based on single incidents or piece of evidence, if something bad happens once, where you expect it to happen over and over again, a person may see single unpleasant even in the never-ending pattern over repeat. So, repeat, happen over and over again. So, unpleasant events never-ending pattern over repeat. Yeah, so female tried diet. So every day we want to slim, so we have to dieting, right? We change the dietary, we take a medication, we are detox, but we all the time I have yo-yo syndrome. So every day I want to try to diet, but sometimes we have the yo-yo syndrome, so never ending, right? So here the same thing here. The jumping to conclusion, without individual saying so, no, we know that what they are feeling and why they are at, why they do. So we know that they are feelings and why they act the way they do. In particular, we are able to determine how people are feeling toward us. For example, a person maybe conclude that someone is reacting negatively toward them and doesn't actually bother to find out or if they are correct. So here, if they are correct, we are able to determine how people are feeling toward us. The example, the person maybe conclude that someone is reacting negatively toward them and don't actually bother to find out if they are correct. So another example, we have two examples. A person maybe anticipate that things will turn out badly and will appear convinced that their prediction or already established in the past. So, number one, for example, the person may conclude that someone is reacting negatively toward them and actually bother to figure out if they are correct. The other example, the person maybe anticipate that things will turn out badly and we're convinced that their prediction were already established in the past. Okay, so you have two examples here. The cultural paging. We expect this disaster. We expect this strike, no matter what. So this also refers to the magnifying or minimizing or magnifying. We hear about a problem, use what if question. We hear about this problem and you what if question. Example, what if the terrorist strike? What if a terrorist strike? Or what if it happened to me? What if this happened to me? The unexpected. But some maybe think about maybe it happened, right? So for example, a person might evaluate the influence or insignificant event, unexpected event, such as their mistake or someone else's achievement. So a person might erase the influence or incitement event, the mistake or something achievement, or they may inappropriately things the magnitude of scientific events until they appear tiny. For example, the person one desirable, the quality of someone is impermanent. So, person one desirable quality or some as imperfection. The sixth, the personalization. What is that? Think about that everything people do or say is some kind of a reaction towards. Everything people do or say some kind of a reaction towards. We also compare ourselves to others, trying to determine who is smarter. So we also compare A and B and myself or other people. So trying to determine who is smart. Okay, you and you. Who's more smart? Who's more beautiful? Green color, white color. So you think you are more pretty or you are more smart than other people? And then how about you? So here, compare, and also we have something reaction, compare, and then try to determine what some smart or rich or poor, healthy or human or characters, so good or everything is a better looking. A person see themselves as case of some unhealthy external event they are not responsible for. For example, you were late dinner party. We have an example. We were late to the dinner party and cause the hostess overlooked the meal, overcooked. So the dinner parties what cause host overcooked the meal. If I had already first my husband to leave on time, and this wouldn't happen. So if I had only the first my husband to leave on time, that this wouldn't have happened. Okay, you understand this situation, right? The control Paris, if we feel externally controlled, we see ourselves as a helpless, the victims of fate. So for example, I can have it if the quality over your work is poor. My boss demanded I work overtime on it. So I can have it if the quality over the work is poor. My boss demanded I work overtime on it. The Paris or internal control has assuming responsibility for the pain and happiness over everyone around the earth. For example, why aren't you happy? It's because of something I do. So sometimes you work your workplace, you want to go home early, on time, but sometimes you have to late because last customer lines they come in lately. So customer emergency, he want to try some issue, right? So from you guys, your place, but you have to go home early. But maybe post service, maybe you delay time, maybe your owner, your supervisor, you have to request your demand or your overtime, right? But sometimes you're happy, overtime is more double pay, but I'm very, very rushed. I have to go home. I have to pick up my baby, or I pick up my mom, my dad. So I don't want overtime. But sometimes the choice, because owner request, I demand my overtime, right? So this situation here. So why aren't you happy? It's because of something I do. So I want to go home early, but the supervisor wanted to stay here, and you have to service for the client. So unhappy. Why? Because the supervisor demanded your overtime. Okay, this control policies. Okay. The policy or parents, the policy of parents, we feel resentful because we know that what is fair, the unfair, you know that, right? So, but other people want to agree in the earth. Now, sometimes the people is not applied that. The justice or the fair, unfair, the other people want to agree in this earth. As our parents tell us, life is always fair, and people who go through life applying the measuring rulers against every situation, judging is a fairness, and often feel badly and negative because of it. So life always fair, and the people who go to life applying the measuring rulers against every situation, judging is a fairness, and often feel badly and negative because of it. So the pairs, the justice, the pair, we depend on our myself, the viewpoint, and we have the visioning. What kind of value in your view? Okay, and then we have the psychology, the positive psychology, right? We learn. So where to pair the root, your viewpoint, your lifespan or experience, or your knowledge and your personality. So depend on your emotion, negative or the positive. Okay, so depend on your lifespan. So they give it more the chance to work it out, the just for or think about or repair. The unpair is a pair. The blaming. We hold other people responsible for our pain, or take the other track and blame ourselves for every problem. There are some people blame every time to other people, not the myself, the blame. We hold other people responsible for our pain, or take the other track and blame ourselves for every problem. So for example, stop making me feel bad about myself. Stop making me feel better about myself. Nobody can make us feel any particular way. Only we have control over our own emotion and the emotion reaction. Okay? Nobody can make us feel any particular way. only we have control over our own the emotion and the emotional reaction. The students, what should I do? We have a list or unconscious rule about how others and we should behave. The people who break the rule make us angry, and we feel guilty or when we violate those rules. So you have a rule, the company or family have a rule, but somebody unfollow rule or break rule, other people emotion is unhappy, right? Yeah. So why do we make the rule? Because we want a piece of some place, and you want a more smooth driving the mood. So somebody breaking the system or break the rule is unhappy, uncomfortable, right? So here, the people who break the rule make us angry, and we feel guilty when we violate that rule, right? Now sometimes you violate your sign, the signal, the traffic, maybe police catch you, right? So you don't need to be angry, right? Because you follow the rule. So that's why they give the ticket. So you don't need to blame. You don't need to be angry. Why? You choice. This cause your situation. A person may often believe they are trying to motivate themselves with should and students, and if they have to be punished before, they can't do anything. Okay? So for example, I really should exercise. I shouldn't be so lazy. The must and the others are also opinion. The emotional consequence is great. When a person directly should be statement toward others, they often feel anger and frustration and resentment. Okay, page 52, emotional reasoning. Page 52, emotional reasoning. The emotional reasoning. So we have a subject, the positive psychology. So emotional, the head, that depend on your possibility or settlement and your justification and your physical issue. Emotional reasoning, we believe that what we feel must be true automatically. So automatically, you don't need take time, thought or decision. We believe that we feel must be automatically. So maybe something you do. Oh, how can I do? Maybe this way is good, more better. Well, I want it this way. So you don't have time. Automatically your decision. If we feel stupid and boring, then we must be stupid and boring. So your this means you negative things all the time. You're playing or negative things. So maybe something do automatically negative action. You have negative thought. You can't what positive thing do, right? So we must be stupid and boring. And if we feel stupid and boring, then we must be stupid and boring. You already the setup. So we have to change it. We have to reframe with this setup, right? So you assume that your unhealthy emotion reflect the way things really are. So I feel it, therefore it must be true. So you assume that your unhealthy emotion reflect the way things really are. Yeah, I feel it. Therefore, it must be true. So you have unhealthy emotion, negative emotion, your movement, your act is an unhealthy choice, unhealthy result. Okay? So, but you have a positive things, positive thought, you do positive result, and emotion is good, the potential. Okay? The pace of change. We expect that other people will change to sweet earth if we just pressure or casual them enough. We expect that other people change to sweet earth if we just pressure or casual them enough. That we need to change the people. We need to change the people because our hope for happiness, the sin, to depend entirely on them. So we need to change the people. We have to change me, myself, because my hope for happiness, the things depend entirely on them, entirely on myself, my span. So we have to change it. The reframe, renewal. Okay, global labeling. What is the global labeling? You are human, right? But you're not merchandising. Labeling. So identity. This means identity and then your personality or your character. We generalize on or two qualities into relative global judgment. Those are Islamic form or generalizing, and we are also referred to our labeling and mislabeling. Instead of discrediting and others in context or specific situation, a person will attach on unhealthy label toward themselves. For example, they may say, I'm a loser in a situation where they care at a specific state when someone else their behavior looks a person the wrong way. So they may attach an unhealthy label to him, such as his real job and mislabeling involves describing an event with a language that is highly colors and emotionally loaded. So for example, instead of saying someone dropped her children off work daycare every day, or a person who is mislabeling might be that she abandons her children to stranger. Okay, I explained to you here. That we generalize onto collectively into negative global judgment. They are external problems or generalizing also refer to our labeling or mislabeling. I told you labeling means your identity, your position, and your character, your personality and then your achievement. Last time we studied achievement and then achievement, right? Attachment, achievement we study here. The labeling and mislabeling. Okay, we have the Starbucks, right? We have a coffee, right? Starbucks. So maybe empty bottle, clear bottle, you don't know. We are from this coffee, right? The labeling, the Starbucks, we know that, right? So You don't know here. Only I think or you are female or you're male. And somebody had or just a normal hairstyle. So we need something pure, the labeling, right? So we have the merchandise here. Maybe I want to buy this mouse from the Apple Store, some Amazon, but we have a label here. What's on the barcode too? We don't know where from the company. So we buy something merchandise, we have to scan the barcode, right? The store too. The store step, they don't know. Whole product's price, we don't know. So we have to tag the barcode. So what kind of a product name and how much is that, the price, and we had automatically we had the management or stuff, right? So now we don't know, but what's your name, what's your birthday, how tall, how weight, what kind of blood type, I don't know. But maybe we don't have time. Each person, maybe how much or what kind of your blood type, your birthday, you don't know. But I say one time, please submit your ID. So I know that, right? Okay, this person, this birthday, from something, I know that, right? So labeling on the mislabeling here. And also situation. The positive people have character, identity, so we solve more smooth and then smartly, and then we have a more on healthy issue. But mislabeling, the mental disorder or something happens in my situation, the second time. So I have some situation, I have a problem, but I can approach the solve the situation. Here, instead of discrediting errors, the error means out of control, right? The error. Because I want to try some driving. I want to try to turn on the key. But sometimes start the problem, you can try to drive it, right? So here, some error. On context of a specific situation, a person will attach unhealthy label to themselves. Attachment, different. Attachment, maybe here mouse, we have the floor, the mouse attachment, right? So we can move some with some screening. Attachment, I want to try move the other page. You understand? Here, right? So unhealthy label to themselves. For example, they may say, I'm a loser. A situation where they fail a specific task. So I'm loser. So I don't want to try anything. Why? Because I know that my answer, result why I'm loser. So it's not a win. It's not celebration. It's not a failure. But I'm winner. The situation where they achievement and special take. So I'm winner. All the time I'm trying and I have the good result, right? So you have maybe last week you have the exam. So maybe you don't study. I'm generous or I'm not smart. If you're not smart, you have to more study, right? You have to get a more good score. But you're not smart, but I don't want to study. And result is good score? No, right? It's a bad score, right? So here, the person will attach on healthy level to themselves. For example, they may say, I am loser in a situation where they fail in a specific task, or I'm a winner in a situation where they win or achievement or specific task. You can change it, reframe. When someone else, the behavior, looks or person the wrong way, they may attach unhealthy label to him. such as his real job. This means we give a label, you guys. Some people come early, like, oh, he's a good person, he early come person, the label. And some people maybe end over day, class, maybe last minute, 10 minutes coming here. Oh, okay, she all the time is late. There are some people, oh, every day come early, but someday, something happen, they come lately. So we have a label. So we have a label is thought. This kind, the people, oh, okay, this kind of image, right? Image. The label means image on the top and your identity and the character. The miscellaneous involved describing events with language that is highly colored and emotionally low. So for example, instead of saying someone dropped her children off and take care every day, a person who's misbehaving might be say that she abandoned her children to a stranger. Okay, because you don't have a baby, right? Everybody. You have a baby? No. You have a baby? No, right? You are single, right? So this means you think about it. Okay, maybe you have a baby, right? How many baby? Two. Okay. How many have a baby? One. So you take your home, or you send it to kindergarten, daycare. Home. How about you? You take care of your baby in the home, or you send it to daycare or kindergarten. Okay.
We child is
Stay home.
teenager.
Teenage. Long time ago, baby. Yeah. So you
kindergarten.
kindergarten.
Yeah.
Now, how about you? You take care of your myself, your home, or you send to kindergarten? Kindergarten, right?
Yeah, same.
Okay. So, okay, this is David. I have a baby. But I take care my baby, my home, right? But you send to your baby, send to kindergarten. So it's my thought. Oh my God, it's bad person, bad mom. Why? Because I'm mom. Why I is my baby, my beautiful, my baby? Why give it to a stranger person? Take care. So me, I have a baby. I'm mom. I take care. Maybe I have 10 baby. So I don't have money. I don't want to send it to kindergarten. So 10 baby, I take care my home. So you have 2, 1, right? But my God, I have 10 baby. I'm taking my home. But my husband will be rich person, right? So I don't need to go work. I'm the 10 baby. So I take care. But you guys, you are work together, husband, wife, work together. So we don't need time. You don't make time to make more the support to them. So I have to learn so every day the daily business, both of them. So no time take care baby. So you guys you understand, right? But me, I don't understand you guys. Why? Oh, maybe white mom, green color mom, bad person. Why we give the same to stranger people then? Why scared? I love my baby. I take care. Baby's mom will not love the baby. So this one. So positive things. Okay, we can. Okay, yeah. So because we have to go to work, we have to make money. So no choice. So we send to daycare or kindergarten, right? But it's normally, right? The people, probably people, they understand. But I don't understand. Why? I love my baby, so I have to take my baby, my home. Yeah, so they hear the negative view is very mom. I'm very good mom, right? The positive, okay, yeah, I have 10 babies, so I don't need money, so I can send you the daycare. So I have time, I'm home, housewife, so I take care. Okay, their situation I understand, the positive, okay? But here, negative, here, right? So instead of saying someone drop her children off and take care every day, a person who is mislabeling might be saying she abandoned her children to stranger. So they don't understand. It's some the brain, so some brain or something order mental disorder didn't matter. So today's theory, labeling or mislabeling means normal or it's not normal. Okay, healthy or unhealthy. Okay. The always being right. This is the problem here. Always my thoughts, my word, and my act right. All the time your thought, heart, act wrong. So this theory only me, perfect. You guys unperfect. I'm handsome, you're ugly. So every time I'm right. You are all the time loser, low. Even all the time you are happy, I'm all the time unhappy. You're right, it's not right. So here, what can this story here? We are the contraries unclear to prove the opinion and action are correct. The being wrong is unthinkable, and we will go any note to demonstrate our rightness. For example, I don't care how badly arguing with me make you appear. I'm going to win this argument no matter what, because I'm right. So being right often is more important than the feeling of others around or person who engage in this cognitive dissolution, even love on. This one. Sometimes you can do argument, right? So now you don't need argument because I'm teaching you only the listening, but you are family. What's name?
And Jojo.
Jojo is my wife. I'm husband. All the time we argument. We will take a baby, something. Every time I talk, I'm right. Because I'm ready to come, because I'm businessman, I'm tired. So I do nothing, do home cleaning or not take a baby. Right? Because I'm very busy and I make money for you. So I'm very gentleman, I'm handsome, I'm perfect. Right? So you blame me. Why blame me? I don't understand. Why I do everything perfect? Alright. Because some people maybe talk, some people compare. No, John, maybe you told me, George told me, you know, my neighbor, the sister Joe, husband, all the time they take a baby and they help me. I know, so what? I'm businessman. He's no job, he stay home, right? So any kind of situation, I decide my side of me, I'm right. So something happened. We think about that, okay, I'm okay. Then you're hurt, I'm okay. Is my skin good? So here, we are contrary try to prove that our opinions, actions are correct. The being around unthinkable, and we will go to any note, demonstrate our rightness. For example, I don't care how badly arguing with me make you feel. So I don't care your feel. Only I very important is my feel. Okay? You blame whatever. I'm okay. I'm not very happy. So it's very important. So I don't care the situation. I'm going to win this argument no matter what because I'm right. So I don't care. I am believer. Maybe you and me argument. I can do, and my belief I win this matter. So I don't care. I don't care your peer. Only I point to my peer, right? So being right or putting some more important than the feeling of others around the person who engage this collective dissolution, even love arms. So selfiship, right? Yeah, no lovely person, selfiship. Only me thinks in my situation, my right. Okay, heaven's reward policy. We expect our service and self-denial to pay off. As if someone is keeping score, we feel better when the reward doesn't come. Lala? You understand? We expect our sacrifice and self-denial to pay off. If someone is keeping the score, we feel bitter when the reward doesn't come. You can explain your thought?
Okay. What? Pay what?
Okay. We expect our sacrifice and self-denial to pay off. And if someone is keeping the score, we feel bitter. The bitter tastes bitter. We feel better when the reward doesn't come. Anybody explain? No? No? How about you?
Explain. So like we expect that we will get something back from our good deeds like that. This is not really a way of thinking that.
Okay. Okay, let's so we expect our certificate and self-denial to pay off. As if someone, if keeping score, we feel bitter when the reward doesn't come. So you can explain this one. Do you ever experience this kind? Yeah, we want expect some good happen, lucky, lotto, right? Yeah, sometimes we make a super game or something. We invest maybe $10. So we had expected maybe last week maybe spin. It's a very good number, but I get this result or $10 or $100 something or $1 million. So we're waiting for the result. I wanted waiting for Friday night because they opened the score for something zero. It's my peer, the bidder. Why I buy the lotto? All the time, this lotto is not unfair to me. But some people, $10,000, $1 million, right? The same store. But only me, every time, no money. So my peer is bidder, right? So when the reward doesn't come, okay, you understand? The whatever you expect anything or whatever you want something good, people coming or good job or something good chance, but you thought your peer is bidder, they can come anytime. But other people, maybe your friend or your sister or some people, all the time coming are lucky, so they're happy. But in my case, unhappy. Why? We feel bitter when the word doesn't come. Okay. The cognitive reframing. So we have a frame we have to protect the picture, so we have to plan. But some issue make under damage the plane, so we have to try to more reframing. Why? We protect the picture, right? So our lifespan, we have a plane. So somebody hit is my plane, or stress, injury, or something, or trap, everything includes on my lifespan. So I'm gonna change it, my mood, my emotion, my situation. I wanna change it. So we had to make a more strong refrain. So anybody attract me, anybody put in my boundary area, so they don't mess with my rule, right? So we have to make a new frame, the strong matter, right? So we only control myself. So nobody coming into my boundary area. The shaking is my decision or my mood. Okay. The reframing isn't about positivity, the pretending everything is great. It's about apprenticeship. It involves ABCD model. The university, the event that happen, the belief, your automatic interpretation, consequence, how that is belief make you feel, and inspiration, challenging the belief in the evidence, the energization, the shift in mood on your ability. Here we see here, see the screen. ABC here more here. The ABCD framework for changing. The move from the pessimistic default or opportunity one. You guys, you have to check this one. Pessimistic default is a negative. Optimistic is a positive. The segment, the psychologist suggests using the cognitive loop whenever you encounter the setback, always the actual event. Always actual event. For example, you didn't get the promotion. Believe your automatic thought, I'm not good enough and I never will be. See, consequence, how you feel based on that belief. Example, you feel depressed and stop trying very well. Desperation, the critical step, you argue with yourself, look for evidence that your belief wrong. Example, wait, I had 3 great performance review. Maybe the other candidate just had a specific skill I can learn. Energization, the boost in energy and hope. You feel once you are successfully challenging the negative belief. So the goal, appreciate not just a happy thought. If you fail because you didn't study, the optimist doesn't say, I'm a genius anyway. They say, I failed because I didn't study, the specific or temporary. If I change my habit, I can pass less time. Optimistic, the positive. Here, why is the word? By speaking your explanatory style, you essentially one helpful lesson is the research show that people who practice learn optimism have higher rate or depression or anxiety, the perform better under pressure, especially for sports and the cell, and have stronger immune system and better physical health. Here, look at here, against reframe. cognitive reframing. The first one, the possibility and then automaticity, right? The negative and the positive. Here, cognitive reframing, the negative and positive here. But this one, second, cognitive reframing. Here, reframing is about tossing the positive, the pretending everything is great. It's about accuracy. It involves ABC model. Okay, eliminate the event that happened. The belief, your already interpretation. The confusion how that be make you appear. The desperation, challenging the belief in the evidence, and innovation, the shift in the mood on your elevator. So this first one, we have the positive or negative and the A, B, C, D, E. This one, the second, the cognitive, the reframing. The fourth, the pace-based linear. Pace-based linear. For many, cognitive reframe is uncharted is a spiritual principle. This involves replacing distraction with thought. This distraction is the truth. The surrender or best control. The moving from anxiety of trying to control every outcome to trusting in higher purpose or divine theming. The surrender best controls the moving from anxiety or trying to control every outcome to trusting in a higher purpose or divine theming. The renewing of mind, acknowledging that thought malleable and the spiritual practice, prayer, meditation, scriptures can physically and mentally reset your baseline. Purpose in pain, the shifting the narrative from why is this happening to me to how is this happening for me, or what am I being taught. So why is this happening to me? We have to change it. How is this happening for me? Why this happened? Why this situation made me screen time? Why? Where from is root, the failure, my stress, or my physical issue, or my community relationship, or my financial, my family issue. So we have to change it. Think, find out the solution. How is it happening for me? Or what am I being taught? This experience very screen time. But I had to change it. Thought, oh man, this one is my mess my life. No, I learned something in this situation, this matter happened. So I found out is my mistake, my misunderstood or miss some the approach or achievement. I found out, and last time we fix. So I wanna try more good leader. So here, where we change it here, you see. Now here, the polarized things are either black or white. We have to perfect where we are failures. There is no middle ground. The white and the black, the inside the middle ground is gray color, right? So You don't have gray color, only white, black here. You place people or situation, either or correctly. Either no shadow over gray or align for the complexity or most people situation. If your performance third, sort of perfect, you see yourself is a total failure here. And also here, here, the cultural grading, we expect disaster, the strike, no matter what. This is also referred to as magnifying or minimizing. We hear about a problem and use what if question. Example, what if a terrorist strike? What if it happened to me? So, for example, a person might be isolated the influence or incitement event, such as their mistake or someone else's achievement, or they may be inability to shrink the magnitude over scientific event until they appear tiny. For example, a person undesirable quality or someone else's imperfection. Also here, parents or parents, we feel resentful because we think we know that what is fair, but other people wouldn't agree, sir. As our parents tell us, life is always fair, and people who go through life applying visually ruler against every situation, judging its fairness, will often feel badly and negative because of it. Here, we continue. The student here. For example, I really should aside, I shouldn't be so lazy. Must and the others are also offended. The emotional consequence of greed. When a person that should be statement toward others, they often feel anger, frustration or resentment. The failure or changing here, we expect other people will change to sweet earth. If we just pressure or tell them, we need to change people because our hope for happiness seems to depend entirely on them. Yes. So here, so many conceivable departing, uncharitable spiritual principle, they immovable replacing distraction either through the surrender or control here, moving from the idea of trying to control every outcome to tracing a higher purpose or divine timing. Here, the renewing of our mind, acknowledging that thoughts, the manageable and that spiritual practice, prayer, meditation, scripture, and can physically and mentally reset your baseline, reset. And here, the purpose in pain, the shifting the narrative from why is this happening to me, how is this happening for me, or what I'm being told. So we have some theory, we have the device, the compare. The cognitive dissociation, the faith-based counter truth. Characterizing, I am not given a spiritual appearance, but of power and sound mind. The personalization, my value, isn't based on my mistake. I am loved unconditionally. All or nothings, the grace allow for growth. I don't have to be perfect to be the purposeful here. But here, the connected dissociation here. here. The other best first purpose, the theory behind the cognitive distortion, and David Burns, two psychologists, they evidence the responsible purposing is a common name and the example for the distortion. You have filtering, polarizing things, overgeneration, the jumping to concrete, and categorizing, the personalization, control place, the valuable players, the blaming, the suit, emotional listening, the value of changing, global labeling. Always being right, habits your party. So here, I repeat here. Okay, the jumping to conclusions without individual saying, so we know that what their feelings and why they act the way they do. In particular, we are able to determine how people are feeling toward us. So, for example, our first maybe conclude that someone is reacting negatively toward them. Then the actually is better to find out if they are correct. The another example is a person maybe anticipate that things will turn out badly, and we feel convinced that their affiliation you are already to express the fact here. So here, cognitive distortion fact-based counter to categorizing. I'm not given a space or fear, but of power and then sound mind. And persuasion, my value is based on my mistake. I am never unconditionally. All or nothing's grace or love growth. I don't have to be perfect to be purposeful. Here, one more. All about nothing. All about nothing here. Yeah. Identifying the cognitive distortion here, all over nothing here. The seeing the things black and white. Example, if I am not perfect, I am totally failure here. Here. The twist, your experience style here. When something's go wrong, your brain automatically defers to explanatory style. Then optimism involves constantly shifting there's the three dimension. Here, dimension, the performance, the persuasion or persuasion, the personality style, the thinker whole, and automatic style, the spirit bomb. So personality style is a more negative thought, and automatic style is a more positive thought. The performance, this will always be this way. The performance, my whole life is a mess because of this, and I failed because I'm a leader. So his brain or the piece never change because all the time have a leader is the same thing. So very the negative thought. Life span is a negative. Optimistic style, the speed bumps. This is a temporary. It's just for now. Maybe now it will raining day, but tomorrow we have rainbow, maybe sunshine, right? So this is temporary, it's just for the now. And this is a specific problem, others is fine. Yeah, for example, you have to injury your hand, left hand, the finger. this injury, a piece of cake is my body. Whole my body is good. So in the piece of cake, this matter. I failed because for external factor or peaceful error. I can do peace, and tomorrow I don't want to repeat the mistake. I don't want this is the bad score. So I failed because of external factors. Unexpected happen, but I have a good experience than here. So last time, maybe same situation, I can solve without error, right? The peaceful error. Okay, here. Emotional reasoning. We believe that what we feel must be true automatically. That if we feel stupid and boring, then we must be stupid and boring. So you assume that your unhappy emotion reflects the way things really are. I feel it, therefore it must be true. So this here, reflective exercise, things our design setback, the reform and reframe, try to apply the 3 Ps or optimism to it. Number 1, how can you see this as temporary? Second, in what way is it specific to an area of life rather than your whole life? Third, what external factors contribute rather than taking 100% of blame? Okay, I have a question. Thus, how can you see this as temporary? If you have some stress, you have something stress, you have now the spring time in your life, you are stressful, you have some issue, you have or not? Everybody happy? No mess lifetime? Anybody? How about you? You stress something in your life now? But for example, your cars are no good, your house something happened, or happy, unhappy issue, people issue, or some stress or depression or nothing? No happy? How about you? You have stress?
I'm happy.
You happy? Happy?
Sleepy.
Sleepy? Okay. Why you have sleepy now? Last night what to do?
Watching movie.
Watch a movie. What kind?
Thai.
Hi?
And
Okay.
Chinese.
Okay, so you're tired because you saw the movie last night.
Yeah.
So how many hours? How many hours see the movie? Sorry.
4 hours.
4 hours?
Yeah.
What kind of story? What kind of?
What kind of?
Yeah. The movie's love story? The fighting?
Làm gì là tăng thứ gọi là Thai Chinese drama. Straight.
Okay. Okay. So you showed the 4 hour the movie last night. So today, this morning, you're lazy. You're laid over, right? Sleep.
Yeah.
So you late coming here, right?
Yeah.
So every time or only last night the movie?
Every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
So you late here because your last night the movie. You're every 4 hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every
So
week.
you want to continue your habit?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to give a score. You have to give it. Okay. So you want more good, healthy, more no oversleep. You want to stay more your good condition. So what to do? You have to more early show your movie, or you have to change the date, right? After class is more show your movie, but you're not late coming here, right? So this issue is temporary, right? So you can anytime you can change it. So you change your habit, or you have to change more some time clock, much better, right? But your life is spent too. Right? So how can you see this temporary? So mean anytime you can change it, right? But some issue, unhealthy, you have a health issue, I can change it now, right? Maybe I cut your hand, so you can, that way, you're not noble, right? The human. So we had the more treatment, we had the hospitalized, right? But sometimes you can change it all by myself, right? The big issue, right? But small issue, habit, and your study, you can change it anytime. You depend on your the desire or your habit, right? Okay, in what way? Second, especially on your life, rather than your whole life. Okay, now you're a student here, but at least 1 year or 2 years after you grade from, you have to go good job or something that your life, right? You don't want to stay your whole life, your classroom here, right? So it's the other way. It's this specific on your life rather than your whole life. So that's just a moment. This time very important to your life because today you have much almost end of a month, but never coming again. This is a moment. So you have to more focus your life. So what to do? What kind of thought? That you have to reframe your lifespan, boost your energy, and this setup or renewal your lifespan, your habit, right? So very important here in the moment, present. What external factors contribute rather than thinking 100% over blame. So please don't blame other people. You have to blame you by yourself. When something happens, you have to together get along with your community or your classmate, your workplace, your family member. So what external factors contribute rather than taking 100% over blame. So the blame person all the time unhappy. They want to see excuse because they want hiding that their mistake or something fault, the better act or some fault. So blame the other people. So what external factors contribute rather than taking 100% over blame. So you have to keep the good relationship. That you have to blame you by self. You check out your emotion, your spiritual or mental health, and then approach the other people, good hand or smiling, and more respect people. Okay. So today we learn with positive psychology and then cognitive reframing, learn optimism, cognitive distortion based renewal. We learned optimism, and we two types. The positive or optimism, the negative, positive, and that is your experience style. The ABC framework for the change, the cognitive distortion, cognitive refarming, and based renewal. So after this class, we learned applied your lifespan. How can I change it? Is my lifespan, okay? Your optimal living your life. Okay. Last week, we subject self-control, instinctive motivation, and the dopamine culture, calling countries were displaying. So please homework. You have to living some prepare last week. Okay, so more detailedly, we more focus on your motivation and motivation means very important. Ambition is too.